The value of Lululemon shares has been tumbling down 13% a day after the athletic apparel retailer appointed a new CEO. Former Nike executive Heidi O'Neill will take over the role in September. The Vancouver-based international brand said that she was chosen for the job because of her history as an agent of change and growth. Lululemon has faced a significant sales slump in recent months that's led to expectations of a revenue decline for 2026. Analysts say the company's failed to adapt to increased competition from trendy upstarts and established brands in that category of clothing that so many of us associate with Lululemon. So what lies ahead for this new CEO? Phil Waba joins us now from New York City. He's a senior writer at Fortune. Thank you very much for joining us. What's the challenge now for Lululemon?
Many challenges. Miss O'Neill has to renew this company, has to get people interested in its products again, has to reinvigorate its culture of innovation and make its products more interesting. It's sort of lost touch with its core customer as it pursued growth, and it's gone into all sorts of categories that have been ill-advised.
Okay, so let's break that down a little bit. Like, who is that core customer that they're not serving as well as they should?
Well, they started out with yoga, but we can extend that to activewear. And what they're looking for is somebody who's active, somebody who wants clothes that perform, that are innovative, but also a sense of community. And that's one of the perils when you grow very quickly. And the company last year hit $11 billion. So part of what propels your growth can also cost your soul to some degree. And a lot of customers just feel that the merchandise has become blah.
So you are talking to somebody who's in Vancouver. That's where we base our show. That's where Lululemon was founded and headquartered. And so, a lot of people in this city are still big fans of Lululemon. You see their clothing everywhere when you walk around. They have a flagship store right downtown. Is it a bit of an illusion for those of us here in Vancouver? It sounds like the store is not doing as well as maybe people on the street here might think they're doing.
Well, Lululemon is not in any peril, and this is not a dramatic. It's not on a dramatic trajectory. There is ample time for them to course correct. I mean, overall, actually, the company is growing thanks to expansion in Asia. But 75% of the revenue is U.S. and Canada. I can tell you, living here in New York on the Upper West Side, you still see a lot of women in particular wearing the yoga pants as they go about their day, especially on the weekends. They're not in any danger, but while they've been a little bit asleep at the wheel, I wouldn't say sleep at the wheel, but perhaps a little complacent and starting to go into categories like parkas and skirts and shoes. They've let Alo and Vori come in and really take some of the market share for what we can call premium activewear. And those two brands, they're still much smaller than Lululemon, but, they're nipping at its heels. So, fortunes can change very quickly in this industry, and it's up to Heidi O'Neill to really re-electrify the place. And
I mean, most of us don't know much about her. What are your expectations? We've talked about what the company needs to do. What are your expectations for her as the new CEO?
Well, shares fell after the news came that she was going to be the next CEO. She's starting. I know some people. I saw some analysts. People are a little annoyed that she's starting only in September because some people consider, the place is in crisis and needs a new CEO now. She's well regarded. She worked for 29 years at Nike. She helped build the women's business. She's good at retail. She's good at apparel. But some people fault her. It's hard to assign blame, but Nike had its own big crisis and had to bring in a former executive to be its new and current CEO a year and a half ago, and she was on that CEO's team, John Donahoe. And he was faulted for letting the innovation culture at Nike fade. And that's what some people worry about could be happening at Lululemon, including its very outspoken founder and a major shareholder, Chip Wilson.
Outspoken is a good word for Chip Wilson. Listen, Phil, it's nice to have. Yeah. it's nice to have an outside perspective on a company that so many people here in Vancouver and beyond that in Canada kind of have, fond feelings for. So I really appreciate the analysis, and hopefully we can check back with you as we get closer to the CEO taking over control of the company. Phil Waba, senior writer at Fortune in New York City. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.